Welcome to this edition of Rabbit Hole Report. I'm Tom.
I'm Jake. I'm Tony.
Okay, guys, here's the deal. This is something I've been wondering. I'm sure you guys have been wondering. Oh, I know that you are full of questions and queries and theories, and we're going to go there. Aliens.
Okay. I didn't know where you're going. Now I do.
See? That's just aliens. Have either of you had any experiences with encounters or sightings or anything like that?
I was actually doing the Route 66 going out west, and was actually around New Mexico, and was luckily I had my cousin was driving, so I had time to just look around and take in the atmosphere that was around me. And I kept thinking, like, okay, if I'm gonna see any type of strange craft, it would be here, because we were on our way to Roswell. So I'm looking at the sky, and I'm looking at every single little light, and there was one in particular that I was just staring at that seemingly was moving a lot faster than an airplane. So it seemed like it was a little bit closer, but it was like bright as if it was like a star. And I suspect that it was a drone. And this was before drones were really a thing. Because after I saw what a drone looked like in the sky, I was like, okay, that's what it looked like.
Specifically, like an alien in person, no. I've seen some strange things in the sky. A lot of them just like, okay, it could be a drone, could be just a weird angle of a plane. The weirdest thing I've seen in the sky, and this is like over my neighborhood, I was driving kind of almost in the same direction. It looked like a smoke man, and this sounds weird. Obviously, by its very nature, this sounds very weird. But a black, like straight legs, like arms to the side figure, like a man. To me, it looked smoky, black smoke, but it never dissipated. It was moving what it looked like with the wind. So you could say maybe it's some kind of balloon, but it's a weird, just big black person balloon, if that's the case. And it never turned or rotated. It stayed in its shape, like the arms and legs going through the sky this way, sort of a little faster than my car was driving on the road, and kind of just off to the side. I'm one of those like, what is that? As I'm driving, I'm never gonna catch it. Don't know what that was. Like a year later, I saw like this article online about people seeing smokemen in the skies. So there you go. Could be. I have no solution, no answer, but it was weird, and it didn't behave in a way you would expect for either balloon or smoke. So.
Well, okay. Now, I have one of those things as well, and it was probably when I was in my early teens, so there weren't a lot of heavier than air ships traveling at that time, considering all. No, nonetheless, I was at a National Guard Armory with friends. We were outside and looked up, and we just saw kind of a point of light up in the sky, and it kept moving pretty good clip. And then it made a turn that planes don't make. They still don't make them. Helicopters don't make. It just basically was like a four, like the Fantastic Four were up there. So that was, but that's been a long time ago. The one thing that I noticed between everything that we've talked about with how we've interacted is that they're just observations. Okay, there's no empirical proof. There's no, that's a landing gear from a spaceship, or there's the alien, not someone who says, I've seen them, or they're in Roswell. No, where you can say, bring me the alien, and then I'll say yes. Okay, so there's something out there, and it's called the Fermi Paradox. And that's from
Fermi?
Fermi. Enrico Fermi.
Enrico Fermi.
Fermi.
Fermi. How do you spell that?
Fermi.
Correct.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not Furby.
Yeah, I'm not real familiar with the Fermi Paradox, but the Fermi Paradox, however, we all speculate. You say, you know, there's a bajillion stars and there's planets out there and we're discovering that there's got to be life on those things. Okay. And that's the other part of the equation then. The Fermi Paradox basically said, if that's so, then why do we have no proof? Okay? So I did some research, and I've got these handy dandy little notes right here. Because these are, you know, astronomical.
Do you have a printer in your green room too?
I used yours, I didn't tell, I'm sorry, I didn't ask.
I'm just happy you found it.
I still don't know where it is though.
I
Don't tell him.
I don't either. I can't, and also wouldn't.
All right, visible universe, what we can see, telescope-wise and everything. That's like 90 billion light years in diameter.
Not that big, yeah.
Yeah, it's like a walk to the, you know, the quick trip. 100 billion galaxies, each with 100 to 1,000 billion stars. Okay?
All right.
Then you figure about 1/5 have Earth-sized planets in a habitable zone, one that life can exist in. All right? 0.1%, if 0.1% has life, that's like 1 million planets with life in the Milky Way alone. All right, Milky Way is 13 billion years old. That means there had to be billions, or trillions of chances for life to grow before Earth even started at it. All right? So where are they? If they had this many chances, and there are that many possibilities of life out there, where are they? Why haven't they made themselves known? And that's what the Fermi Paradox is. A lot of chances, we have no real knowledge of any of it.
There are so many different directions we can go from that.
Go in any of them, because it's one of those things where you go, well, the numbers are there, so yeah, why not?
So there are, and again, there's no way to talk about this without getting a little out there. Sort of like with Bigfoot last week, there are people who believe and people who say they've seen, they've experienced. There are people in high-level government positions that say they are here and choose not to reveal themselves. So I guess the question in that realm is, what does it take? What constitutes proof for you? Because, I mean, unless they just had a weird slip of conversation ahead of a space agency, or I forget the Canadian politician, but
Yeah.
he's pretty high up there. It's like, that seems a little weird.
Well, I mean, Billy the Kid. I can tell you about Billy the Kid from now till doomsday. But we have his guns. We have a picture of Billy the Kid. Yeah, you can go forever and ever if you go, yeah, but I have a picture of a spaceship too. So who's to say what's wrong? No. Well, there's supposedly like 3 different types of civilizations. The first one would be the one that we're in. You are able to consume all of the energy possibilities that are given to you. And we're like, I don't know, 3/4 of the way
I've heard
to that point.
Roughly that, yeah.
All right. Then the second one is a civilization that is able to harness the energy of its star, of its sun. And of course, we're nowhere near that. But that would be the next step. You go the local to the greater, and okay, that's your next step. And then the third step is the one that can harness the energy of its galaxy, which means you get to a certain point, if you already have one that's able to harness the energy of the galaxy, they're going to go, that is, that is someone I'm in direct competition with. I can't allow that to happen, and poof, you're gone. No. So you might only have one in the whole galaxy that can do that, because they keep going poof, 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 to not allow another civilization to rise to that level.
again, philosophical, hypothetical, who's to say that doesn't exist, and we just haven't gotten to the point where we're gone yet. All the others
that's
are
what
gone.
I mean. We
Yeah.
haven't gotten to the second point yet, so we're no threat. And if they're to the point where they can control energy, I'm sure they can figure out a way to hide. And it's just my feeling on that.
Why would they want to hide?
I don't know. Maybe the same reason you want to hide from the flu virus.
There's also a theory out there called the dark forest theory, in that groups or people or just creatures, whatever, can live independently in the forest, but at a certain point, they're all worried about making themselves known for fear of other predators or other predatory civilizations coming to get them. So, may or may not apply, but that is one theory too. It's like you make too much noise, now you're on somebody's radar or something's radar.
It's like Star Trek. The advanced civilizations do not contact another one until, it has warp, they've discovered warp drive. Now you contact. So are they out there? But they're going, not yet, not yet. Because we're only at, 75% of the energy that we have available to us, using that.
And at least one of those government officials, I think Haim Eshed, I think, might be close, but off on the name. He's from Israel. He was like a general in their space program. He specifically said that there's a fleet or a federation, going back to Star Trek, or that they actually are here, and basically, that's it. We're not ready yet. So, but that members of our government are aware of them, whether you believe that or not. Again, this is a high-ranking person saying exactly what you're talking about, like that they are here, they are observing, but we're not significant enough.
So, you've seen these, you've experienced, and you've read about it. I know you guys have gone down that rabbit hole the same way I've done it. Do you believe?
I mean, I think it would be silly not to believe that they're out there, whether they exist here or amongst us right now. It's harder to believe in that. But because it's the unknown, because science has only gotten us so far, then the only other possibilities are the unknown. Those are more likely to be the point until we can prove it otherwise. So scientifically, yes. Whether it looks humanoid like us or anything like that, I'm not completely sure. I think it might be more like, algae or amoebas and things like that. I mean, I think because there's planets like Mars that, has water on it, it's just a matter of can we get there to discover if there's life, because that's how it all started for us here. Is that the moment that we are able to see bacteria in the waters of planet or something like that, that will be, I think, our real first introduction to aliens and life outside of Earth.
More than likely microbial, that
Yes.
sort of thing.
Whenever people in disparate situations, different backgrounds, have similar stories, I start to give that more credence. It doesn't mean it's correct. For me, with the sheer number of galaxies, but also with the sheer number of similar sightings and accounts from around the world, I can at the very least say I am very sure that something is there. Now, whether that is aliens, whether that more modern is government or some hidden, breakaway group of humanity, or some people think it's dimensional. I don't have an answer for that. Something is there. Something is happening. To each individual, you debate whether it makes more sense to be aliens or something from here, like a black budget military group. I think something is there. There's too many credible people from the government. I guess you could always say they're lying, but commercial airline pilots, military fighter pilots that come out and have stories. There's too many to discount. Now I can't say it's lizard people or
Sure.
something from Zeta Reticuli. I can't say that, but there's something
I thought
happening.
you said it very well.
Well, thank you.
Well pronounced.
I did say
there,
that.
didn't he?
Yeah, I understood
proud.
that. I actually understood every
Yeah,
single.
I did
Zeta
not.
Reticula.
I did not mean to besmirch my own pronunciation. No. I
Okay,
think
all
that
right.
was
Just I didn't want you to feel bad about yourself.
well said on my part.
Yes, it
thank you,
was. Well
Tom.
said.
He
Well
speaks
said.
very well,
Yes,
doesn't
he
he?
does. Thank you,
well
guys.
spoken.
Speaks very well.
Yes.
I'm good.
Please.
I good speak. Yeah.
Good talker, you.
But no, there's something there, and again, you get back to the government cover-up, just such ridiculous stuff. Maybe it's just a government project that they don't want people to know about, which is pretty easy logic to follow, I think.
Well, you being the one out of the three of us
well-spoken
actually
one, yes.
seeing being very well spoken, but also seeing smoke people. Like what?
One time.
Okay.
I'm seeing smoke right now, by the way, yeah.
Really?
Huela smoke.
I didn't mean to derail, I apologize.
Oh no! In all of this, and even the things that I've brought. Well, what about? I keep remembering that absence of proof is not necessarily proof of absence.
Yes.
And I remember that, and it's when you go down the rabbit hole and you get to the theories of how life may have started here and this and that. Yeah, there is just so much out there that they say we have no proof, but the math adds up.
Yeah.
Or different things like that. That is it. It is fascinating. There is a star, Tabby's star, named after
Cat.
Tabitha. No, the witch. Tabitha.
There's a cat that was a witch.
Is this like a duck woman?
Well,
Are you seeing her too?
I'm not going there. I'm not going there.
He doesn't have time for your buffoonery.
A duck?
You were talking about a duck earlier.
No, I was talking about a star.
No,
Don't you
said
recall?
You said a paradox. You said there was two of them.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah.
We need to
I like that
explore
one more
that a
than I
little
should have.
more closely. Okay, I'm done.
Tom, you're not dumb.
Done.
Oh, sorry.
Dung?
Mark.
Dung. Because I'm not seeing
That's
that.
what's brown and sounds like a bell. Dung. Thank you. I had to bring that in, whether it was needed or not.
Hey, it was needed.
Anyway,
I can think of nothing more needed.
do I believe that they're aliens? Yeah. But I still want to see one to go, now I'm definitely sure there are aliens. It's no longer a feeling or, an emotional reaction to anything. Now it's fact. There it is, right there.
Would you actually want to see one?
Sure. I mean, it may be the last thing I see. I do understand that part of the
Yeah.
equation too.
Now I know.
Yeah.
Now
Yeah.
I'm gone.
I'm out of here. Wait, let me get a picture. Wait, stand here, hold that newspaper up. All right, like that kind of thing. But now with AI, I wouldn't know what to believe in.
How many Toms in the past, and I don't mean or multiverse versions of you, how many people like you did take the picture and then the alien said, oh, we can't allow that to happen.
Yeah, exactly.
You and the camera.
Sorry, we're
Darkness.
gonna keep that. And then see, because when I look at these things, I've gone down other holes, which it's the existence of dark matter, which is a whole other universe or whatever that's all around us all the time, and it controls how ours is put together, and it.
Is that like a thing we could talk about, like depression? Like it's real dark and like you
I was
matter.
thinking more like Nutella. It's kind of dark matter.
Oh,
Yeah, but yours is okay too.
okay.
I like yours. I don't think you can get this, but I don't think we can talk about Nutella quite as much. That was a good hand flap there. I
I was going to say, yeah, kind of like the variable versions of proof. Apparently, we have variable versions of what quantifies good.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Something I'm very disappointed by, fellas. I mean, we're all friends. We're compatriots. We're trapped in the. Not one of you asked what happened to me when I disappeared. Just phew, I was gone.
Oh yeah. You all right?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Did you make it?
Did I make what?
Oh, yeah, right. Sorry.
I have to say, out of this whole conversation, I've gotten one thing, and really it's the question now that leaps to mind. Who put that printer in your office, and how did I get there?
I don't know. I didn't even know you were there.
Wait, there's an
I
office?
told you. Oh, shoot, I forgot. Oh, yeah, never mind.
That was in the house.
We can cut that part,
We
can't we?
we did talk about it. Yeah, that was in the house. I got to see if the assistants have cleaned that up yet, and if they need to wipe down after you were in the green room.
They do. Sorry.
I don't really understand why this whole time you never really addressed the whole craze behind it all. Like the fact that civilization seemingly was just going absolutely nuts over this thing, and how just seemingly it just disappeared after a year or two. Like it was so a thing and then wasn't a thing anymore.
I feel like people are still talking about it. I mean, he's literally talking about it right now.
Fermi.
Yeah, with the big eyes, right?
Not a Furby.
Oh, that. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Well, my question is is this like the second iteration? Was there a Fur A?
There might be. I mean,
Fur-A was the first foray into the Fur
first
Bay.
foray,
even in the
For
country
real.
that we're in, why if the USA was so great, why is there a USB? Say it again.
Fermi.
For
Me. Okay. Fur.
fur. Oh,
Me.
it's so. Well, you're hairy.
One
but-
at a time.
A fur man. Like Mark Furman.
Oh, no. Don't even go there.
Kind of like Ethel Merman.
There's no business like show business, like no business I know.
Okay, I think we should probably wrap. Should we go?
I'm good.
All right. I guess that's our show.
I thought I did that very well.
That was wonderful.
Yeah, that's great.
I'm sorry Tony's such a hater.
Yeah. Well, let's get going.
All right.
Everything about it is appealing.